Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Oh, I should probably, this is the second time I've done this in a row. I should probably pull the stream up on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my voice.
Oh, yeah. That's his voice. Or something.
Okay. I think they got you. I think they got you in there.
Alright.
Who's this nerd in our chat? Better yet, who's this homunculus in our chat?
I tell you, I'll dox him real quick.
Yeah?
Let me pull up the address. No.
Welcome back, everyone, to Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. We did have a day break this time because I had to do real life job stuff.
Yeah.
So we couldn't play on Thursday, but we can play now.
Yeah.
I remember from last time that I do have to scroll down because I loaded chapter 1 last time.
Things were looking really okay and not bad last time.
Yeah, everything was fine finally, and there were no problems, and everyone was all right, and nothing bad was going on.
Yeah.
Huh? I actually don't remember. Was it, Sakura died, right? Or
If the
died
body
in quotation
discovery-
marks.
Yeah. If the body discovery announcement is to be believed, then Sakura's dead.
Yeah, I genuinely almost forgot that actually happened. I'm not gonna lie. I remembered in like the last 30 seconds that is what occurred last time.
Yes.
I was about to be like, nothing actually happened. Super strange yet, but no, that was the very last thing we did. Was Sakura died. Supposedly, pretty peacefully, it seems. There wasn't like any signs of a struggle or anything. She was just sitting there, chilling out.
Yes.
In the rec room.
The details of whatever happened to her are very mysterious, to say the least.
Yeah. So that's what we're working with, which means also now we're down to, 6? There's 6 people left now?
Yep. You know, it's a shame there's not even any, numbered hammers lying around to let us know the order in which this happened.
How am I going to figure out how this
What are we
murder
supposed to
occurred?
do
There's no
now?
numbered hammers. This is impossible. Negative.
Wait.
review
Wait. Have we fully considered the numbers theory?
Why didn't I think of the numbers theory? This is the moment. It will come to save me. The numbers theory.
I've got it.
Oh. That's what I'm gonna do when we're done. I'm gonna leave a positive review on Steam that says how we fully considered the numbers theory.
Yes. I still don't think Leon did it.
But yeah, no. Aside from that, which was like the big climactic thing, is that Sakura died. It was also revealed that she was also the spy for the mastermind for mysterious circumstances that we weren't quite privy to, because the mastermind, if Monokuma is to be believed, has some or had some kind of hostage that Sakura was really, really worried about. So that's why she was doing the mastermind's bidding.
Yeah.
But then Sakura decided she didn't care anymore, and she was gonna kill. Actually, I don't know if she was gonna kill, but she was gonna fight the mastermind, and then she died.
Yeah.
And also, there was some other stuff that was going on with Kyoko. And,
Tensions were high the whole time.
And Makoto, and they were both being stupid high schoolers. Like,
Byakuya was being his normal self, but it was getting worse.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of on edge, finally. It finally happened where, now even the people who have mostly kept calm through all of this, they're starting to break down too, it seems. But yeah, we had the very, very famous, the very, very, what do you call it? It kept happening. Repeating?
What?
phenomenon of the I didn't want to click that option, but the game forced me to throughout the whole episode last time that I kept bringing back up because I was really frustrated about it. But I'm over it now. It's gone. It's out of here. Surely nothing like that will ever happen again in any of the Danganronpa games going forward.
I'm actually not sure if it will or not.
So, without further ado, that's enough recap. Let's get back into it.
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It's happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura was really dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction?
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I? Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long...
I got everyone.
What? Whoa! Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see.
As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
No. Whoever killed her... It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko! One of you killed Sakura!
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation?
She likes doing that.
I don't need to investigate anything! Because you hated her! You hated the sight of her!
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it! I know it!
Hero always catching strays.
Yeah, true. Poor guy. This is literally a repeat of last murder for him.
Yeah!
You did it, Hero. It was you the whole time.
It was?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that
I
meme.
didn't know
My
I was
future
so
depends
good.
on me?
Yeah.
I don't know who this is. I would assume it's Monokuma, but I don't know for sure, so. Do you know
You know it?
it? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma
That's right!
file!
It's the next Monokuma file! And don't get so mad, Miss Sasahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Uh-huh.
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel.
Yeah, what's our thumbnail?
Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words,
Then I killed her. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now! Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew.
Which, thank God for that! It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. 'Cause even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one?
Oopsie. Before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
'Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive
I
you.
hate him. I hate this whole thing.
Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all.
How can you say that now?
Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
And then let's decide who will stand guard this time.
I'll do it.
Hina.
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
An order?
That's fine.
Fine. I'll stay behind.
Just that easy. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
It's fine. She's got her proxy now in Makoto.
Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is...
Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. None of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura!
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here.
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me.
What?
What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hero, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided!
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura,
correct.
for those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her.
Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Kyoko.
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it.
Investigate. Oh.
All right.
Yeah, investigate.
I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. By the time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. Okay, that is new. We didn't notice that. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from a violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file number 4 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
I think that the case this time might be a challenge.
Why's that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
This is a classic locked room murder.
You said it wrong, Kyoko. Locked room murder? It's closed room murder.
True, because it wasn't locked.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it wasn't even locked. I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery novels or books or whatever. Don't you whatever. You see it in Peak. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
that's
Oh,
fine.
we know about locked room, closed room murders in this household.
We do?
In this household, Beatrice the Golden is a hero!
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime through some special means seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving locking the room. Basic approaches including using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The
was
second
locked.
type. Yeah. The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh.
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside.
Special device X.
You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. Something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room?
In other words,
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So, when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seem most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, Until I figure it out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Alright. Let's see what we're working with here. Let's look at the body first. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood.
Coincidental.
And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what could have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood?
Not a chance.
Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location.
Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree?
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
She had an allergy, where if she gets hit in the back of the head, she dies and vomits blood.
Dang. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
That's...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help calm her down a little.
So you gave that candy to Sakura?
I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room.
Oh my gosh.
I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like them that much?
'Cause, I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get the chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor.
Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Candy so bad she tried it once and died. Crazy.
There are shards of glass scattered around the chair Sakura was sitting on. This glass is all red. And these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. Oh. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's not like a stopper, like a cork, is it? Like a topper? It's
Don't
a
think so.
Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. I see blood back there. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine. In the yeah, there's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. For some reason, I thought it was going to say on the floor in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf blood stain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Other just items to look at. Ah! I see. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. Pawn, Rook, Bishop, King. We're missing Knight and Queen?
Yep.
What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
The
Make a
one
bottle
you had
round.
found on the
So-
ground was the knight, by the way.
Yep.
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that?
Oh, yeah. Maybe I have.
In other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will.
I won't. Monokuma bottle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well, well, well.
I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little.
Really?
The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon.
Okay, when he said I'm starting to figure things out, I thought he like figured it all out.
Yeah,
I didn't think he
I
was
got
just
it.
connecting two dots.
I got it. It's over. We're wrap it up, guys. Let's go down to
Call the class trial.
right
Yep.
now. Yep.
It was a bottle. Case closed.
That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Oh, okay.
Locker.
Handprints on the inside door of the locker?
Terrifying.
The locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
Someone getting bullied?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like...
Oh, it looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
Dust.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hidden here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
It was already open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in here until after we opened the door.
Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
I'm also trying to figure out who dumped a bunch of flour on the inside of the locker door.
Yeah? Well, is it
They
flour
say
or
dust.
is it,
Whatever
some
it is,
kind of
they,
plastic
they said it was
container
just dust.
rolling around near the entrance to the room? Well, that's what I'm getting at with this right here.
Mm.
It looks like a protein drink. And it's empty.
Was it protein powder is what I'm getting at.
Mm.
Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein.
What the
And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. And also poison. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange.
Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can?
Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they're under it.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it.
Why does that matter? Makoto, when...
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Empty protein drink has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Anything else, or now are we into talking? There's the
I
clock.
was gonna say, there's a. It wanted you to click on the chair, I think, in the corner of the room.
Ah, yes, you're right.
I don't know why,
The cup
but
chair.
Yes.
The chair was shoved up. The chair was shoved up
Oh,
against the
yeah.
doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism that was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think that the chair had anything special done to it.
Okay, well, it was clickable, but
How
did
you
not.
feeling, Allie?
We already know who did it!
Okay, who was it?
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro! It had to be one of them!
Okay, well, we have to pick one, Allie. We have to...
Even still, historically, you were almost always wrong. I
That
will
too.
say.
They couldn't stand the sight of her! You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Well...
I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here, in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually, she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets. I know. Aoi's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time, and the place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Oh wait, clock? Anything with the clock? It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego?
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed... Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her?
Poison.
I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Okay. Byakuya, what are you
What?
up with?
What do you want? You're bothering me.
Alright, guess we just won't help.
There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Make it quick.
Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room?
So, you found out. Interesting.
Then it's true.
I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster?
So, you didn't go see her?
Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all.
Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Okay. Thanks. Byakuya's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Alright. Well, time to leave, I suppose. Dang, perfect. You knocked all the glass perfectly out of the door.
I see what you did there.
What?
Time to leave, I suppose. Clever.
This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with.
I hate that they call it mountings instead of hinges.
Because your name is Levi.
Shut up. Shut up.
The only notable change to the door is the smashed window. Which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Well, I wanted to go to the chem lab.
Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
Okay, I guess I just don't get to.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Oh, okay, no, okay, yeah.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
Hey, that's what I said earlier. That's
True.
she's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue.
Well, Animal Kingdom's been decided.
Yeah. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. You're the beta to her alpha, Makoto. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to go hear what they have to say. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock in it. Does it want me to press R? Does it want? Okay, it wants me to press R.
Probably wants you to press R, yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me out. All right. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. It's still not gonna let me go to the chem lab. Nice. Is it gonna be like, no, I have to go talk to them? Yep. Ah! What about Sakura's room? Where's Sakura's room? Kyoko,
Dang,
Kyoko,
this is like a
West.
Hall of the Dead,
Sakura.
man.
This is Sakura's room. Oh, all right.
Just solemn.
Okay, yeah. Shouldn't go in there for any reason, I think. Jill! Press the
stink room.
doorbell. After a few seconds... Are you Toko or Jill? Oh, you're Toko again.
Who's there?
Ugh. The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me
Don't.
sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What a way to put
What
it.
do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something?
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm psychic. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him.
What? She wanted to meet with Master too?
So not everyone knew that it was supposed to be a meeting with multiple people.
How clandestine.
Yeah.
I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh?
It's
Not always to Makoto.
Yeah, true. But also,
Sorry.
it's not that big a deal, Toko. You're freaking out. You're for no reason. Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it without bursting a blood vessel?
I admit I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Is that good enough? And I'm going back to my room.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
What, you can't trust that mug? Would she lie?
Hero.
Hair.
I pressed the doorbell. And now this is the part where Hiro answers the door exactly like Toko did.
That would be really funny.
And after a few seconds...
You know?
Oh. What's up, Makoto? Did you need something?
Yeah, actually. I wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
It's like,
Sorry, my necklace fell off. 1 second.
Oh.
The clasp on it broke a couple days ago, and so now it falls off sometimes.
You talking about the television show, Psych?
No, MASH.
I think it had like 5 seasons. I don't know what it's about though.
House, actually. House MD.
Could it be?
No, House Full. Sorry. Ooh, ah! You maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with.
Oh?
Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too.
what? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh! Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course.
Not suspicious at all.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, a note. She,
How about that?
she gave it to me in person! And she happened to mention the others, like, in passing.
I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way! I totally didn't! Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Can't eat it.
Monokuma ate it.
Do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Ah, sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore.
Let me feel your pockets, Hiro. Let me... Pull down your
Do you
pants,
mind if
Hiro.
I touch you?
Yeah.
With a big, goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. And when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground.
No.
No. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Okay, that's
Might as
even
well.
worse, honestly. That's... Huh?
Ah!
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
Trash.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Hiro rolls worst bluff in history. Ask to leave Hope's Peak Academy.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it.
Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Sha.
Alright, so Hiro just gave me 2 reasons to suspect him horribly.
He was not cut out for this.
No.
life.
That's the thing though, is I'm almost psyching myself out because I'm like, there's no way he killed Sakura, but bro, that's...
Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next?
Have we considered number? Sorry.
I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that,
Chem room. Yep, chem lab.
maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab.
Finally, let me go to the chem lab.
So where should I start?
Chem lab.
Probably the chem lab. Ding, 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 ding.
I remember now that it's not gonna let me teleport there.
Oh, yeah, you got to. You gotta. There you go.
It's where the little squares are. The squares let me teleport to them.
Yeah.
Also, Byakuya's in here apparently.
OMG, the evolution of Clem. It's Chem.
Oh!
What?
Someone peed.
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just to make sure you don't get in my way.
Yeah, got it.
I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand.
What is up with you today? What?
Today?
He hasn't been like this though. He's been bad, but he hasn't been like this bad until now. Something's going on
I think
with him.
he started and was like assessing how bad can he get, and he's just been ramping it up until
Yeah.
someone stops him.
Yeah. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Yeah. It looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Yeah, like the person who apparently did. What size shoe does everyone wear? What size? There's a broken There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? With a suspicious skull and crossbones on it.
Just makes it awesome.
It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C-4.
Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this.
Then this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words,
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident.
If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. We've just been talking about protein powder so much that it automatically connected in my brain.
Protein.
These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf.
How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan.
By we, do you mean me?
How kind of you to offer.
With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
what?
Well, let's go. Chop chop.
Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So, how's this?
Not bad. For you, I mean.
For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this... Interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf.
I feel like we could have figured that out without making a top-down sketch, guys, but
They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto. Are they yours?
No!
What?
Okay. Then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said.
I see. Your feet do appear to be too big.
Dang!
Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints.
Unfortunately,
But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to.
and these prints are a really valuable clue. Oh, no truth. Did we already get the truth bullet? Am I crazy?
I don't think so.
Dang, okay. Does it want me to look at them again? Oh, there's a middle section.
Just the powder.
There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good, hard look at that powder. Why? What? It's repeating itself? Oh, okay. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle... Okay, yeah. What? What is happening? What?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's gonna become like one big... Yeah!
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. One big truth bullet.
The
Good luck
super
with that one in the class trial.
Yeah, thanks, game, for making that, making that have so many moving parts. Let's see. What's on this shelf? Clem. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines, and also poisons. Maybe we shouldn't have mixed these together. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A, and the one that was in the label on the protein drink thing was A2, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Chem 2.
Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? Okay, take a look at B. So on this shelf is... It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are.
They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss.
Isn't that kinda harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which, I suppose, suits you well.
I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Okay, he's doing it again. Yep, Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A. But what concerns me is that in section A there was a bottle with a label from section C. Section 6 from Zenless Zone Zero?
Yeah.
What was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on here. No.
Nah.
Chem lab shelf has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Okay.
Yeah, you still got the time, so...
Let me out of here. Nothing else? Nothing else to look at? Anything from the Byakuya?
I see.
Makoto, I admit you have a good eye for spotting useful clues. But you also need to learn how to make use of those clues.
Bro. I'm the only reason you're still alive right now. Rec room, that's where I was going. I couldn't remember for a second, and I had to reorient myself. Yeah.
You guys playing billiards?
It would be funny if we came in and they were playing billiards.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going?
I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her.
Did you mention the part where Hiro was extremely suspicious?
But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time.
Okay. Kyoko said that the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Pulls out the board game Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. See, Byakuya, this is the kind of positive reinforcement you have to give Makoto for him to connect clues together. You can't just say, you gotta start connecting clues together.
It's been working for him so far with Toko to just shut everything down.
Yeah. That is their two, that's the two relationships here, is the Byakuya and Toko and Kyoko and Makoto. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Oh! This
Well,
is...
speak of the devil.
On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
And then it would appear you found it.
Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
a dying message?
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that...
Oh no.
that says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Then she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive
It's settled! She's the killer for sure! That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer!
I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. The fact that there has been a dying message once before means, and that whoever is the killer here would be very much aware of that, means they could easily have done this as a throw-off maneuver.
Been a lot of dying messages, huh?
Yeah, there's only been the one before this.
No, I would think that the Hifumi's was a dying message, just not written.
Oh, true. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, I'm thinking about written messages. You know, in hindsight, what a horrible way to leave a dying message to everyone. Honestly, what?
What, just...
Saying Yasuhiro when there's a guy named Yasuhiro in the group who didn't kill you? Like, come on, man.
He was loyal to the end. Sort of.
Fence sitter to the very end. I'm playing both sides. Either she wins and gets to be happy, or she dies and I see her again.
Yes.
Magazine dying message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright. And then the bottles. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new. Something new. A clue. A clue.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all of the bottles. Pay careful attention and I'm sure you'll find it.
A correlation. Bro.
That's Monokuma in there.
Bro.
He must have done did it.
Oh, Mom, can you tell me what it is? No. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so,
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer?
do trust you. To a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
Only to a degree. I do really think it's more of the former, Makoto. She wants you to think for yourself, and you're really not helping her right now.
Every time Kyoko hits that forward-facing sprite, it makes me wheeze because it makes me think of the Genshin pictures of all the characters. If you go to your character select, it has all of them just facing straight forward. That's it. I look at her and I'm like, oh, it is a Genshin character.
Monokuma bottle has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it.
I just hit my mic. I'm sorry if you heard that, audience.
You don't mind helping me, right?
An experiment?
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too.
I just had a hiccup. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass.
With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work, collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... it's either Kyoko or Byakuya, probably.
Matase da na.
Yeah. Sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Okay, it was Kyoko.
Is everything ready?
Kyoko.
Then let's get to work.
That
The woman
this is
that
my
sold the
favorite
Hope
sprite
Peak
of her.
Academy. Yeah, that one is very
It's
much.
very dumb.
I'm
The
trying to think like
smugness. It's smug
it's super.
aura mocks me.
It's captionable. It's
Yeah.
very captionable.
Yeah.
I can't think of what
Clearly
it is.
You don't own an air fryer.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Oh. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights.
Compare the weights of what?
The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
Why do you want to do that?
That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
Photorealistic scale. Like.
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles.
Dink dink. Technically the one on the right should be a little bit heavier because the bishop piece is slightly larger.
The pawn was weighted appropriately.
Okay, fair enough. Or the bishop is hollow.
True.
It's
Or
balanced.
in other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same.
Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see?
Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, then let's give it a try.
Doink. Huh? The plastic bag made out of lead. The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I
The
knew it.
correlation, Makoto.
Just as I thought.
What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
Kyoko, he still hasn't figured out that first part yet.
hey,
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you.
Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook.
You could have just told him.
She wants him to be an independent thinker. And also doesn't fully trust him, man.
Could have saved us all a lot of time.
Listen, You and I are on the same page as her. It's just Makoto that's the problem here.
Yeah.
Well, what else now? What else did she say? She said that, the Monokuma bottles, and then what else?
I don't remember. Just start clicking, man.
Was it the protein bottle?
There's some kind of plastic container.
So,
Looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. No, she'll have her protein, but still this protein can. Yeah.
hey,
Here, you see what's scattered around the can. Yup.
correct.
We already talked about this. Yup.
So,
Yup. Okay, that wasn't it. Locker? The locker's open on the inside. Handprint.
why?
The handprint doing here.
It's true.
There's no way the killer's
Hey.
in there.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why was it the body? According to okay. According to
There you go.
Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a
You
second.
didn't do the feel up like you did with Chihiro. You gotta make sure you get everywhere.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew.
There's no getting around it.
unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal.
Then, how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
Hey, you and me both, Kyoko.
What?
Listen, man, I might be silly.
No,
and
that was
from time to time,
Makoto. That was Makoto. I wasn't.
Oh.
Sorry, never mind.
hey,
You gotta figure out more about this girl, Makoto, before you get any further. You're gonna be the last two left, and she's gonna like pull, yeah, actually I was a serial killer as well, or something on you. Like,
No, she would do the I did this for
yeah,
us. It'd be a you know
I
Dasai
did
moment.
all of this actually. I orchestrated it. Me, Kyoko.
More importantly, look here. She got a little bit of cheese whiz on her shoe.
True.
Her shoes?
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her?
Instep? That's crazy. Yeah, it really stands out. Just call
I
it her
see.
shoe. Just call it the top of her shoe.
That powder is clue number 1.
Yellow powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
Oh, this one's
Oh,
hard
so you
enough.
explain
yeah.
that one.
This one's hard enough that she's like, well, okay, again, to be fair, I don't feel like the last one was that hard. I don't.
No, it wasn't.
It would appear
Yeah, no, this is her still.
it would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
We okay.
2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So, that's what I learned from examining her body in detail.
Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Is that it? Is that all our info? I'm probably gonna get through the trial in this one too then.
Whoops! You
Yeah, probably.
got me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Extra special clause, only Hero gets to talk during this class trial.
It's over. It's like, it would be really funny if only Hero talks and then at the end everyone votes for Hero.
Yeah.
It's already time? But the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen.
My future depends on me?
I'm not quite sure. I was sus of Celeste last time going into it, but I'm really not sure with this one, honestly.
No, you couldn't figure it out?
Not at the moment. Once stuff starts getting laid out, I might figure it out before the end, obviously. But I mean, I'm kind of sus of Hero, but I feel like Makoto was saying with the magazine thing earlier, it feels too easy. It feels too easy for it to be Hero or Toko, but I don't know. And I did have inklings of something when we first began, but I might save that if it seems like it is getting closer to that being correct towards the end. But
Are you sure you want to save something later? You don't want to say it now so later you can come back and be like, I told you?
yes.
Okay.
Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then
The ultimate martial artist! _carrot. A locked room murder mystery, right parentheses.
just
What?
What the?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive!
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body! XD!
I hate you so much.
This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse?
here.
No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? T_T.
What?
He's right. That does make it seem sad.
Shut up, Hero. Shut.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. Lowercase o_capital O. I'll see you all down there. Oh gosh, hold on, wait a minute. Left then, left parenthesis, asterisk, hyphen, asterisk, left, less than, right parenthesis, carrot, left parenthesis, asterisk, hyphen, asterisk, right parenthesis, carrot, left parenthesis, greater than, asterisk, hyphen, asterisk, right parenthesis, greater than.
Good job.
Thank you. Oh, what the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
And I don't get you guys. How can you all act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? You.
What the heck?
Okay. Whatever.
Whatever.
Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit.
The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? What do you got for me, Kyoko?
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going.
Oh,
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat?
Tokes?
What the heck?
Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you?
Don't look at me!
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me! The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
Alright. Come on. It's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again.
Just the 6 of you, huh? Really?
I'm gonna pause this here because I want to use the bathroom before we start the trial so that I don't have to in the middle of it.
Okay. I'm not gonna keep the Monokuma voice for the whole break. Sorry, I'm not doing that. All right, folks. Also, a nice Egyptian setting we have this time in the background. Why, I don't know, but cool nonetheless. I thought it was gonna be more like a ring of sorts, because like it's a martial artist. But I guess none of the other ones necessarily have been tied to the like the person, the murdered, well, you know what I'm saying. In any case, if you've seen this before, I hope you're excited. Or if you've played the game before, or if you've seen other people play the game and you know what's going to happen. If you haven't played the game before, and this is your first viewing experience with us here at Nat 1, I wonder who you think is the blackened in this case. Well, I remember it. I'll say this again at the end of the stream, but I think after what happened, our question for the day is going to be, if you could be any chess piece, what chess piece would you be? And I'll leave that to you. It can be like it's not necessarily what chess piece do you want to be, it's what chess piece would you be. So like, be honest about yourself, you know what I mean? Don't put yourself down. You are not a pawn. Unless you are a pawn, in which case, pawn, you can be a queen.
I think I'd be a bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not on the board.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't. I was like in marketing, they tested me as a chess piece, and they said no one's gonna use that.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back into this. Crazy how this is both the locked room, closed room, and also involves chess, huh?
Yeah. Very coincidental, huh? That's so few. You must be so lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
Why are we going with like Egyptian theme this time? Curse of Ra. That's gonna be the punishment for whoever the blackened is.
Remember that yellow powder, quote unquote?
Oh, I see. And
Sand
so,
from the Pharaoh's tomb.
the curtain opened for the 4th time.
A deadly.
A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial.
Bam, 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 bam.
Would you like to say it? Yeah, sure. Meow. Okay. Let's look at our skills. I've got 20 now. I might be able to load all them suckers up. Because I didn't have much more, did I?
I don't think so. I don't think you've got
Yeah,
enough
that's it.
skills yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
17
There you go.
I'm locked and loaded. Everything's good to go. All right. I mean, we can look over this, but I feel pretty confident because we got it all right now.
Yeah.
That I remember everything, or mostly everything.
21 whole bullets in total.
Yep. All right. And usually we don't use all of them. All right. Trial. All rise.
Keats.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa, deja vu.
Thank you, Monokuma, for pointing that out.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Kyoko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer.
But she must have some reason for believing that. What? Makoto! Where have you been? Oh, make your argument. Ours account.
It was one of you.
Let's see what you
Her
One
own
of you
account is
killed
gonna
Sakura.
refute her. That's crazy.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's
Might be that.
low. That's about as low as you can get.
Probably that.
Some concrete reason why Hina suspects those three specifically. I'm sure she's mentioned it before.
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated
Give
her.
me a second to get
that
back. Yep.
That doesn't make any
Alvin and the
sense.
Chipmunks.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No!
Oh.
That's
Oh, okay.
low. That's
Oh.
about as low as you
You're
can
fine.
get.
Just bring it back around again. Just bring it back around. Yep.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have her.
There we go.
There you go.
It's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Right.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then, does that mean one of them did it?
That's fast.
Make your argument. Pocket trash.
Oh god. Okay.
Here
we
we
knew it
go.
was coming.
The fact that Sakura
Yep.
wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
No.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
What about this pocket trash then, huh?
Yeah, same here. Kind of.
You already know. Get out of here. Get out of here, hero. Get. I don't even gotta do a complete run through for you. I don't.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Take off your pants, hero. No,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Dang. Big words, Owie.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
the last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is...
When Sakura got the candy, Sakura, no. Hiro got the candy from Hina, no. Okay, so it is this? The reason I know that is when she got the candy. She couldn't have got it because she couldn't have had it.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it!
Bro, you are not... You're not making a good case for yourself right now.
I mean, what I meant was, Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Yeah. You're gonna bring her out if you're not careful, bro.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
How do you know about that? Excuse me?
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
Did we tell you about that? I don't think we did.
It was her dying message.
Bro.
Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Bro.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
There's no way. There's no way.
See?
What?
See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
There's no way it's this obvious, right?
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message
Thank
of hers?
you, Kyoko.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message on it, it was...
Under, above, on the magazine shelf, correct?
I got it! Kyoko,
You got it.
You found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
Yeah, what he said.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Okay,
When Ogre's body was discovered.
okay,
And I can tell you when I found the dying message.
okay,
It was only after the investigation had begun.
okay,
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
okay.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at that time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
So
And I can tell you
need
when
to grab
I found the
magazine
dying message.
shelf.
It was only after the investigation
think.
had begun. I found the magazine
That's
tucked
the wrong
away on
thing.
the
It's
magazine
left click.
shelf.
It's left click and hold, Levi.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final
Every
words.
time.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
What just happened?
I
And
think the
can tell you when
thingies
I found the
spawned.
dying message.
Okay,
It
okay.
was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's
try
your
that
problem? What
again.
I
Let's
said
put it
makes
back.
total sense.
That or it was like the text was like
I
still
can tell
loading
you
on,
exactly
whichever.
when Ogre's body was discovered.
Hit it. No, that's not it. Okay.
Oh, I think it's because you fired a magazine shelf, so it got rid of it.
Gosh dang it.
I can
Yeah,
tell
because
you
it still said
exactly when
magazine, so I
found
thought it was the same
dying
thing.
message.
Dang it. Okay,
Yeah.
one
Ogre's
second.
body was
And I can tell you it was only
Yeah,
after
say it again, say it
Found
again,
the
Kyoko.
magazine tucked
I did it
away
again.
on the magazine
He
shelf.
did.
Every time.
What
Every time.
a
What's your problem? What I
series
said
of
makes
unfortunate
total
events,
sense.
man.
Okay. Hit me with it.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
There we go. Shoo.
No,
Okay.
it's wrong.
I was right. I'm not crazy. I had it right.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
I don't know why, but for some reason I keep thinking that the grab words is right click instead of left click, but it's left click and hold.
That's
Yeah.
where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hero. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
That's very important, Hero.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
That's the weirdest version of smoking gun I've ever heard.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Precisely.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Why?
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
He's got me there.
Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message.
Oh god, okay.
It's time.
Yep. Oh, I have to
Show me the
reload now.
proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Ah, okay. I have to remember how
The
to do it
occult
again.
is bullcrap. Give it a
Tabs
rest.
to reload.
I'm at least 30%
That's
right.
not tab.
The occult is bullcrap.
Thanks.
The end is nigh. Show me the proof.
I'm missing. Oh god, how do I
I'm
do the
at least
thing?
30% right.
I can't remember. I don't know what button it is.
Ah! Okay, it's spacebar, it's
Give it a
spacebar.
rest.
Okay, there you go.
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
There we go.
There you go.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Glad I figured it out, because otherwise I was gonna be boned
I
for a
think
second.
That
Ian's
was pretty
unconvinced
bad there,
that
yeah, for a
Sakura
minute.
wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But
Sakura didn't have any blood on her fingers.
both of her hands were completely free of blood.
She washed her hands.
Who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Whoa, Hero, whoa.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it.
I figured as
Oh
much.
my god.
But
Yeah, man.
why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Dang.
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet us as well.
Okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
Bro.
Yeah.
So of course I freaked out, and then...
Sakura about to like beat down Monokuma's door and actually save everyone. Hero. I had to kill her. I had to.
I saw my only chance.
What a
I grabbed the
vision.
Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
Look how completely
Then she just
unperturbed she
went
looked.
limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
This is far too early for this to be over.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
And there are a lot of other questions still unanswered.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So, what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What would he have to do after writing the message? What he would have had to do after writing the message. It doesn't make sense. Why didn't he use Sakura's finger? Why the magazine was hidden? Why he picked Toko? I'm not sure. What he would have to do after writing the message. I mean, he would have to like go wash his hands. He would have had to hide the magazine. I don't think Toko matters. Ugh. I mean, it doesn't make sense why he didn't use Sakura's finger.
Yeah.
But also it doesn't make, because if he wanted people to see that it was Toko, why wouldn't he have left it out in the open? I can get health back. Ah, that wasn't it.
Shoot!
Yeah. Or did something in the message doesn't make sense if he was trying to blame Toko? Yes.
You got two more.
I got it!
Yeah.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Yeah, there was interference.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
Or was Sakura just not dead? Is this another Hifumi incident?
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least
And there
one
was
other
blood in
person
front
was
of
in
the
the
shelf
rec
as if
room both
someone
before
vomited it
and
there.
after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
Okay, yeah. It seems fairly obvious that the first thing I was thinking is going to be the case, which is it was suicide.
It's too late now. You didn't say it earlier, so you're a liar. Sorry. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
I was thinking about it ever since Battler said it all the way back in episode whenever that was.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice.
Kyoko.
Well, yeah, Toko.
I got it!
That was a
Had to
freebie
be
to get my health
Toko,
back,
right?
because I got...
Yeah.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
Oh, they're getting caught up in the semantics.
Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
Because she was hit twice and vomited blood as well.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go
One
through
more.
it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Bro, she just said what she wanted you to do.
Just tell us what
But,
happened
like, what does that
one
mean?
more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of this case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that.
Can you prove it? Oh, look at all the things.
It's probably Kyoko's examination or Sakura's body, one of the two.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do
Shoot
anything.
that one. Shoot it.
You hit her from behind.
Now I'm becoming the purple text.
And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Get out. Okay, it's the Kyoko examination. Yup. Okay. Yup.
Shoot!
No, you didn't say anything weird. I just had the wrong one selected.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby.
And I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from, and you only hit her.
Yeah.
Just once.
No. God dang it. All right. Well, now we gotta go
After
through
the
it.
first swing, the bottle shattered.
You're not on your A game today, man.
I don't know what's happening. I was like on top of it last trial.
Hero really is the killer.
Okay. A whole lot of nothing at the end.
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma bottle and I hit
Hit Ogre from behind.
Nope.
Before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind, and you only hit her.
Yeah.
Just once.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Two?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
We did an experiment while you guys were gone.
There's
Didn't really
something
need to do an
very
experiment,
suspicious
but
about
we
those
did.
bottles.
But you did one.
Hey,
Once
it
you
doubly
understand
confirmed it
that
though.
point, you'll understand why
I
2
guess.
separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
It's gonna make me say it, isn't it? Yup, okay.
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be... It's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding.
Ooh.
Hangman's Gambit. Chess piece. Yup.
I don't know.
I need a pee. Boom.
Boomba.
I understand.
Chess piece.
Yes.
That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And Gregory.
And the piece that
What?
was inside the broken bottle we
The other
found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Bro.
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
We waited.
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, and the bottle that was missing...
It was broken. It was excited? What do you
Yeah.
mean by that?
I got it!
Yeah.
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
Oh, is this gonna be my first select evidence? We haven't had one of those yet.
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle. And the evidence that proves that is... Kyoko and I figured it out before.
Where'd the experiment? Where's our experiment at? There it is.
I got it!
Thank goodness they
Earlier,
don't make you use that as a
Kyoko and I
truth
did a
bullet.
little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by...
Sakura, well, I mean, she didn't seem like she was some bowling aficionados.
Get that one. Do that
It didn't
one.
seem like she was attacked before Hero arrived, and she probably would have said something if that was the case, so...
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Why wouldn't you just take the magazine?
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her!
Are you
I'm
sure?
sure of it!
Are you sure?
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Lol. Lamau.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
Locker.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
I hardly even know her.
Whoa. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Well, that's not gonna
Oh
help.
gosh.
That... No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Yeah. So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. Do I have to aim now? But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the... Oh, okay. Choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way to... Yeah, cycle in and out. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty... Yeah, okay. For educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless. But, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Gotcha! Oh. Thanks. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright.
Ready?
Spacebar's your magic button. Okay.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you.
Thanks.
I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing.
That's not tab, Levi.
I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I
okay.
hate you.
Yep. I'm gonna try it. Flashlights on the floor. Lock her handprint! Lock her handprint! Lock her handprint! I didn't think I was only gonna have two. I thought I was gonna have more than two.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
Have you seen this
It
handprint?
doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Kitten Daddy's angry now.
Okay, it's my
It's just that easy.
She just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura.
No, I swear, there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Ha! Okay, but probably isn't I did. What happened?
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Yeah, tell us what happened.
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Why did you have powder on your hands?
Yeah, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after you left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that.
Dang.
Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was
gosh.
Sakura covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I
Lol,
fainted
Lamau.
right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Somebody get a feather. Make her sneeze.
Her? You mean...
Oh, well, okay.
Well,
Simple
don't
enough.
have to worry about it.
Yep.
Guess who's back?
Did
Hi.
It was your fault after all.
Nah, she's got her signature.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
She's been thinking while she's been cooped up in there, huh?
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories,
Dang.
so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
We gotta do it again. Yeah.
splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
You don't know that.
And when it was
Let's check the
all
body
over,
one more time. No,
you
okay.
collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good.
Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
No, no, no. We're not done yet, Hina.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Gosh.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
We're only like 2/3 of the way through all of the evidence, Hina.
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then
No.
even this gaggle of idiots should understand
No,
what I'm
I don't
talking
want to
about.
anymore.
I'm not gonna.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Oh. VA really got into that one, huh?
Yeah,
It's not over yet, is it?
she did.
The one who killed Sakura is... Or did something get into her? Kyoko is examining the status of Sakura's body. Yellow powder! Let's see.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Status of Sakura's body. She was not in front of the shelf. Alright. There, take us to the very end.
You were taken by surprise, so you smashed her.
You got it!
And where did the attack?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
That sounded really crazy in the slowdown.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
What do you mean by that?
Makoto might have finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf.
The blood on the floor. Would that be it? I suppose. Yeah. But then that means where did she vomit all of her blood?
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
Good luck.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Again, this is the Hifumi problem. She got up and...
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Oh, so she just hid in there till everyone showed up and
Not
opened
possible.
the door?
It's not true. It's fake.
Not this
And while
time.
everything was
Not
all
this time.
confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
There's the reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because
I was in the locker. No, okay.
True!
I saw it for myself.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
She wasn't. She was...
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's...
No, Byakuya's just lying.
He's just lying, actually. He just wants everyone to die. I'm assuming this would be Monokuma File 4 because
What
that was the
was
thing
it
that
that
mentioned she
killed
was
Ogre?
vomiting blood.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
Not
What
right.
killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No, that's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Surely it doesn't have anything to do with all the chemicals that were rummaged around with and spilt all over the place.
No.
Well, I mean,
Don't be silly.
maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If
Yeah.
that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Yeah! Kyoko's looking everywhere.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies.
No.
What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Oh, she's a furudo. She's a... I'll do anything. I'll do whatever it takes.
But if
Oh,
there wasn't
God.
a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Why your
What?
tongue all
Why?
angular like that?
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it
Poison.
really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
I think we were gonna. I think...
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
I suppose it
But
could
you
have been...
just-
I suppose it could have been poisoning and not suicide at this point, but that would leave... Well, no, I suppose it wouldn't necessarily out the people who have been like, no, it wasn't me at this point, but...
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Oh, he's gonna do all this for us so that we don't have to do
In
it?
section A, dietary supplements.
I'll do some
in
of it
B,
for you.
reagents, and in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
See, look at
The
him.
bottle of
He
poison
revels in
Byakuya
this.
just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements. I'm positive. Section A.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch.
It'd be really funny if
If he
was
just
wrong.
dropped dead.
Yeah.
But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Protein.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The A2 cup.
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely the poison must have been in... Could it be?
Ooh, another Hangman's Gambit.
Hangman's Gambit. What's the word? Protein something. Give me an N.
Oh,
N.
no.
Okay.
There we go.
Drink.
You already had an R.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Drank. You should have
Drank.
gone for an A.
Now I
Drank.
understand.
Protein drank.
Protein drank.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
You think?
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Oh God, I just.
Absolutely. The contents
drink
of
the
each
poison?
container
Apparently.
were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
So who handed her the poison?
Sorry.
Something at the scene?
A protein drink. A Monokuma bottle.
I got it!
My bad.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Oh yeah.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be... It must be what we found in front of the shelf.
Shoe prints. Shoe prints. Dang, all the way to the
I
bottom.
got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem.
Let's do what we did in trial 2. Let's all go. Let's go look.
All we
Yeah,
have to
we're
do
going on a
is
field
check
trip.
everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
Huh? What's happening?
It was me.
Wow, I was gonna say, this would be really unfortunate if it was Aoi, somehow.
She didn't know.
Yep,
The footprints.
that's what I figured, was it
They're
was gonna be
mine.
an accident. If it wasn't suicide, it was gonna be an accident.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Or was it on purpose?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are... Well, Hina has to be one of them, so...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
We don't gotta voice the fight.
Yeah, we've already been through this one, yeah.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
What's the phrase? Familiarity breeds contempt.
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about
Something
it
like
when
that.
Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have
Shout
to
out to
say,
Haru.
Hina,
You're right.
coming from
Sakura
you,
was a real
this
one.
was a particularly
Sakura was a
nasty
real
little
one.
scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
Whoops.
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
Oh?
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive
There
would
is still
sacrifice
something-
themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
There is still something that Kyoko brought up way back that she said might be important, which we haven't touched on at all, which is the strange circumstance of the glass underneath the... I don't know how that would play into this, but the glass was underneath the protein bottle.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
It's useless.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me.
5.
I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Repeat it.
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Yup.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
If so, what's her ploy here? Why is she trying to make us think she did?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I
It.
mean, why would someone
True.
leave such a clear clue
If
like
the
a
shoe
footprint?
doesn't fit, you have to acquit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's too obvious, too easy.
Yeah.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Okay, hero.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was.
Yeah.
What can I do?
For serious.
For serious.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
No.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
You're not thinking inside the cat box, Byakuya.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
Oh, okay.
I see. Okay, then.
And then just didn't
go
clean
on.
it up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
Shouldn't there have been a track from C to A if that was the case?
Once I was done with that,
No.
I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf.
Again, if we ever get like big, I need someone to make fan art of you and me as like Statler and Waldorf in these visual novels.
in these
Yeah,
moments.
like just in one of these, in Danganronpa, in Umineko, in one of them somewhere.
And because of that,
It doesn't make sense.
everything I did got found out.
Yes, it does.
And that's it.
What doesn't make sense is your haircut. Oh!
That's darn right.
That story you just told. First, you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
You've fallen for it. You fool. But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events
Oh
one
my
more
God.
time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it.
Yeah.
How long until you're satisfied?
5.
5.
No,
That's what I've been done saying, man.
How long?
5.
Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. They're ping-ponging me around with all these different possibilities. Footprints in the powder, chem lab shelf, source of the powder. It should be footprints, probably. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what I'm refuting.
First, I went to section C.
Oh my God, this
That's
one's
when I
long.
grabbed the poison.
Yeah, this is why you'd
And
want
you spilled
that
some
hero
of the powder
skill.
on the ground in front of the shelf.
The
Yeah.
next one that he'll give you,
When I
that is.
grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A.
It's probably that, but I'm
And
just gonna,
that's where I
just gonna let
switched
it
the powders.
go. We don't got crosstalk this
Once
time.
I was done switching them,
Yeah.
I put the bottle
strange.
filled with the protein powder back in section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Well, at least until we get like halfway through it again. In the chem lab, where were the footprints and what direction were they facing? Those facts clearly contradict what Hina just told us.
I don't know, Makoto. I don't know.
And he spilled
Stop
some
asking me
powder
these
on
hard
the ground in front of the
questions,
shelf.
Makoto.
Okay, and I moved from section C.
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
I lied.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to
I was on the
disguise her
roof. I was-
movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
You're giving us a flashback into the trial game? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
Everyone was just so mean, so I wanted everyone to die.
Yes.
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
Perhaps Sakura asked her to go get that? And it was
That's
already
the problem,
there?
Howie. You don't see.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Wrong
Byakuya's
once.
tweaking.
Yeah.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
Clearly, Byakuya, you don't own an air fryer.
Yeah.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure?
Are you
After
sure?
all,
Are you-
you're the one who gave it to me.
Careful, Kyoko, you're gonna get murdered next to this rate.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found
He's
this.
getting upset.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Other timeline where Byakuya swallows a piece of broken glass and dies.
Yeah.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Thanks.
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I'm not sure 100% of what's going on, but I know what it's equated to. The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue. The rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Yeah.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us. Section... Oh god! Section A of the shelf, correct? Section A is where the... She walked in... According to what Hina told us, she walked in, got the poison from C, then went over to A. It's not the locker. It's not...
It's not the locker? Are you sure?
I got it!
Okay. Woo!
Okay.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
So it was placed there as we all went in.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
She just drank it.
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Byakuya,
He's
calm
tweaking,
down,
man.
Not at all.
What
Just
is
answer
wrong
yes
with you?
Yeah, I can.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene
Because
after
it was
the room
on
was
top
opened.
of the glass. Okay, I see where you are now, Kyoko. I'm with you now.
Oh, come on! How can you
God.
say that?
Byakuya isn't. Byakuya.
I hate you!
know what-
I hate you!
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. All right. Make your argument.
Ooh.
Source of the powder, empty protein drink, chem lab shelf. It should be the empty well, again, it's based on whatever I have to refute.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Okay.
So you're saying
The protein can.
someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It
I
had to have
can't-
been in there
it's-
the whole time.
I'm losing it, man.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
No, okay, it's that one. It's that one because it couldn't have been. When the locked room was unlocked. In other words, when I broke the window. If I concentrate on that, yeah, I got you,
When it
Makoto, I
comes
got
to
you.
that coat, there's not a doubt until, though, it absolutely...
So you're someone plant? No.
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to.
Rah!
It was in there
Oh,
before
it
the rec
missed.
room was
Gosh, dang it.
unlocked.
Oh.
I got it!
No.
Whoa, you squeaked her out.
Yeah, he stayed on there long enough.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Think, Byakuya, think!
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the
Are you
protein can.
12?
We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation.
My bad.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
Is it Byakuya? Or is he just tweaking?
As long as it was a locked
I
room,
genuinely
it
can't
only
tell.
contained
I
the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is
Why
she drank
isn't
it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely.
Okay,
She
Byakuya's
was
just
alone
tweaking.
in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it?
Yeah, it still wouldn't
knowing
make
what
sense if
it
he did it
was?
because of the locked room.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Easy to
Then
forget
tell
when
us
it's the
already.
first factor.
Yep.
Sorry. Please, tell us.
Wow.
The mighty Byakuya humbled.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It'd have to have been...
Well, she had Cheeto dust on her shoes.
I got it!
So,
Cheeto dust.
I think
That's darn
it was
right.
Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just
Huh?
poisoned herself? What
What?
are you talking about? There's no way.
On the
I
contrary,
still want to know why
we know
Hina
for a
tried to
fact she
cover.
went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying. Stop lying.
Is it just because she's like Sakura would never kill herself? Is that what's happening here?
Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it.
A third one?
Yes, Mr. President.
You're a liar.
Nuh-uh.
What are you saying? Wrong. You're wrong.
Nope.
I'm telling you, I did it. Stop talking. You're a liar. Wrong. You're wrong. Wrong. You're wrong. I hate you.
Such a beat. We got the I hate you
You're
from
a
two
liar.
different people in this one.
What are you saying? Wrong. You're wrong. I'm telling you, I did it. Stop talking.
Oh gosh.
You're a liar. Do you have any
Right
kind of
bullet.
Oh,
proof
that's the only one
Sakura
I
took
got.
the poison?
This should prove it.
He was right, that did prove it.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
Dang.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the
True.
first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it.
Alright.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura wanted to create a locked room. Byakuya created the locked room, and secret Monokuma forced her into the locked room. Maybe that's got.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
Wow, didn't think that was gonna be important, but it was.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Yeah, no, we're gonna, yeah, right. We already
You
saw
said
that.
you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers.
This one still
wasn't
hasn't
it?
been as bad as the Celeste trial, though. This one,
No.
which showed us like the
Once
same
you were at the
flashback
chem lab,
7
you headed
times.
straight to the section where the protein powder was kept.
It did do that.
There, you
did,
took the
yeah.
powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room, while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Huh? Oh, okay. I said.
Closing argument.
Okay, she placed the message. Everyone read it. Byakuya, crazy eyes. She goes and then hides in locker because she's a little scaredy cat. Hero shows up. Candy, the dang serious face with the candy. Beats her over the head with the bottle. Hello? Crazy? Hello? Oh, it would probably be this. Yep. And then he's like, uh-oh. And writes Toko. And
Only thing that would have been funnier is if he like
Skedaddle.
misspelled her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puts an H in it.
Yeah.
Skedaddles away.
All it
She
says
sees
here
it.
is
She comes out of the
milk.
locker. Yeah. Sees that. Is like, well, I don't want that. Puts it on upside down. Sakura's like, oh, dang, my head has an unfortunate case of resting bitch face, which causes Jill to come out and also beat her over the head with a bottle.
Mm-hmm. We've all been there.
Queen. Yep, the running away. This is the first one we haven't had a gray in because everyone's innocent.
Yeah.
And Sakura is like, dang, my time has come. We get in there, Act 6, dang. We get in there, uh-oh, she's dead. Okay, now Hina's gray, okay. So, the bottle. Put it in pocket. Go away, take it away. And then place that down.
Here's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
What? Is that that's the coming out of the locker? Gosh dang it.
Huh.
Okay,
Oops.
so then these need to be swapped.
Wow.
Get back in there.
It was not afraid to hit you with that thing.
Nope. Out of all the ones to miss, I'm okay with that one.
You. But one of them headed out a bit. She
Yep.
got there one step. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to
Dang,
arrive
the
was
arm over
Hiro.
the seat.
Hey, Hiro.
Yeah.
Wanna talk?
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name.
Oh, God.
Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
What's the dang KH? Was that like onomatopoeia?
But
Oh, I get,
of
yeah.
course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack.
Crazy panel.
When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura.
Is there a Danganronpa manga?
Yes, but it's not a there's not one of the events of Danganronpa so much as there's Danganronpa if. Which is really
I was gonna
funny.
say they could probably make one in this style and benefit
She
from that.
freaked out.
Too bad.
Yep.
Too old.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
Curse of Ra,
That's
remember?
why the Egyptian
But
theme,
someone
this
already knew
specific
what had
panel on
happened.
Onomatopoeia.
Knew that she had committed
Curse of
suicide.
Ra.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking,
Toko.
replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
Dang.
was you, Hina.
Complete.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Kyoko.
Huh?
I was cheating.
Well, I mean,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Yeah, dummy.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Really? Really? I thought the first half of the trial was where I suffered the most. Apparently not. The game doesn't seem to think so.
Perfect.
I did not. I made no mistakes the whole time. Everything went totally fine, guys. The game says so.
It's just that easy.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Well. Oh, we got a problem, Monokuma.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Are we about to watch a corpse get desecrated?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Or is it like some weird thing where like it counts as Hina? No, because their dead faces are in there. Yeah. How does this work? How does... I guess we're about to find out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire
Okay,
existence!
we're done here.
There's no way.
What did you say?
So, that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there!
That partnered with Don't Be Mean is crazy.
What is this?
Because That's exactly what I wanted!
What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
Joe?
Oh, that's me. You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you?
We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine.
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault, after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt.
Sakura.
Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about... what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed. In all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet...
Yeah, it's not a... That doesn't paint a particularly good image.
You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable.
No, that was just, a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you. And you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question. You tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came.
Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to...
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for, but when I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Please! Open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner. And we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial.
Sakura died hating all of us. I want to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
Monokuma about to pull the actually she loved all of you guys, thinking that it's gonna make this worse.
What is this?
What did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking. 'Cause her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
A plant.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then... You... lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little...
Damn it.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial?
Almost.
The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing!
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey, hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing?
It's not time for Monokuma Theater, Monokuma.
Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend
I knew you were gonna do some shit like that.
I have to. There's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, or to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
it was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please, don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please.
Sorry. Let me take a sip. I've been going for a minute.
Yep.
Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then, they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close. And still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone, blame her! Go ahead! She deserves it! Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
But what?
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go!
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other.
He's absolutely right about that.
Byakuya. Rock.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here?
Now I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear now.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me.
Byakuya! Does this mean...
Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
What? Everyone!
Hey. Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning?
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time?
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
Oh, we are gonna desecrate a corpse, okay.
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
I don't recall the bear times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So, for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Ah, okay. I see.
You guys were very naughty.
I was about to say, I feel like this one should be rather simple.
Yeah. If you want to feel better about it, just think that that was supposed to be whoever the blackened was.
Yeah. Sakura could have taken it. Sakura would have won. Sakura.
Yeah. Bye, Alter Ego.
Hey, Alter Ego said they wanted to do whatever they could for us, even if it put them in danger. You!
Oh, no!
You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
Phew.
Phew. That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him!
Is this what you call animism? Where soul dwells within all things? Even, like, laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
Very
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No. His death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly! You're super mad! Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that...
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oopsie daisy! That was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What?
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve.
Fine, but at least Sakura's note.
Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it.
But
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
what is it now?
Wah-wah?
There's one last line in the note.
And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it.
Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you.
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No. I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
But...
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
Um...
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get out of here.
But...
Hina must still feel responsible.
Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up.
Seriously? I'm sorry.
How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay. I see what you mean. Then... I'll... try.
Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master!
Huh?
What? What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleaze ball?
What the heck?
That's right. I called you a sleazeball. 'Cause you are. Sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently you still have a death wish.
Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master! You're making me jealous! I want the abuse give and take! Me!
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Yeah, according to the game, we're only halfway through. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
Ah!
Yeah?
This is a school announcement. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Wow.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it. Down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Gup?
Gup?
Wake up. Huh?
It's green.
The voice dragged me from my deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Dang! That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Kyoko? Oh, he said that already, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, it's me.
Why are you in here?
Yeah. Why are you just standing over me?
What did you do with the ceiling?
Yeah. How did you get in here without me hearing you at all from the door to the bed?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Bro.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up.
Dang.
Oh, I see. Wait, but my door!
It was unlocked. You're
Duh.
unbelievably careless.
It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course.
It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour?
Talking to Kyoko at 3 a.m. challenge.
It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask.
What is it? What's your favor?
So,
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that.
Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered.
The data center on the 4th floor.
What?
goodbye.
I'll meet you there.
Like right now?
Without another word, she was gone. What the? The words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Not at 3 a.m., it's not. I'm assuming we gotta be close to the chapter end, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go until we get there.
I've just been along for the ride. I always love these ones because not only do I have to not do much talking because it's all voice acted, but I also don't have to do much playing because you're the one doing it. So I'm hanging out, man. I just get to do color commentary.
I made my way into the after-hours school and headed to the data center on the 4th floor. This is the first time Makoto's been out at nighttime.
I don't remember.
Eventually,
Maybe.
I wound up at the data center. But when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. She's probably inside. That's weird. She said she'd meet me.
She's busy.
Is she maybe inside already?
She forgot.
I put my hand to the door, and with a certain amount of force, rattle, rattle, it didn't open. I tried again, but
You gotta lift up on it.
it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? Data center on the 4th floor. Oh, God!
Dang. Oh-ho! What are you doing up, mister?
Investigating. Gah!
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
I didn't break anything. Oh, well, I just...
You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But...
Hey!
I can see that, you dolt! Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself!
You could say that about every other line he says, Monokuma.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or... are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something?
Actually, I was doing the opposite, a very rare phenomenon called wake walking.
Dude, I was doing wake sleeping, man.
No, nothing like that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed.
What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Okay.
Yep.
Why are you out here making a racket?
Kyoko!
You two?
Now you two?
You guys?
Whatever! The two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure. You got it. Come on, Makoto. Let's head back.
What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Shall we go?
She wanted you to go to the bathroom, dingus.
Don't worry about it. Let's just go.
Okay.
Yeah! Yeah! Go on! Get out of here! Shoo! Shoo!
So we left and went back to our rooms. Or maybe she did want him to go to the data center and it just so happened that Monokuma was out and about, so she aborted. And then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Hold on! Listen. What was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Don't worry about it.
I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always. But...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night.
Sure. And then, that was over.
Awesome.
But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Huh? What?
Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
There you go.
Wow. I now understand why it's called All-Star Apologies. 7 question mark?
Yeah.
To be continued.
Tubby, get it.
The altar lump. Yeah, I was like there. Achievement that I just got. 4 by Gore. Finish chapter 4.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, we got you, Kyoko. We'll save that for next time, though,
Yeah.
because the stream has run a little bit long. I didn't expect it to go that long.
The trials, I always know they are. Yeah.
All right.
Me neither, though.
Shoo!
Mm-hmm.
What thrills and what chills, as Monokuma would say.
Thrills, chills. Who would have guessed, huh? A convoluted plot the whole time had you guessing. Could it have been? Surely not, but just maybe.
I will
In
say,
the end,
it had
it
me
was.
second guessing at points.
Mm-hmm.
Where my initial idea going into it was that it was suicide, but then it did take me for a loop with some of the stuff, and I was like, oh, but could it be? But then no, it wrapped back around, yeah.
In the end, just as we learned in Umineko, if there's ever the illusion, if there's a locked room, a closed room, there's either the illusion of a locked room or the illusion of a crime. In this case, it was the latter.
It's an illusion of a crime. Sakura was a real one. She kept it real the whole time.
She did. And she had that stuff on, too.
Now let's see if we can go like 2 streams without someone being violently murdered for once, since everyone seems to kind of be on the same page that we're not going to kill people for a little bit now.
Until the next motive!
Yep. So, with that, we'll see you on Thursday for more Danganronpa. But what are we doing for the rest of the week, producer?
Tuesday, we're going to continue Dark Souls 2. We're doing pretty good. The Ruined Sentinels gave me some trouble, but I think that's because they cheated. There were 3 of them and 1 of me.
That's a
not
valid
fair.
complaint in Dark Souls 2, I think. That is...
they were jumping me. If you look at the newest thumbnail
I
and title,
saw that the newest one was titled, They
jumping
Jumping Me.
They were jumping me. But yeah, we're moving right along. Still got a lot to go, I'm sure, but it's been fun. Sorcery is pretty easy again so far, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
And then
Honestly, kind of surprising to me because that was always the meme from like Dark Souls 1 to 3 that sorcery was bad. But maybe people just maybe people were just either not doing it right or maybe it was just in 3 where it was bad.
My guess, which I'll see once I get through 3, but I think the situation is the only people that were interested in playing sorcery are the same type of people that would say sorcery is bad.
That too. That could be very true as well.
Unskilled people playing the least skill required thing and being upset about it.
Because I know the whole thing with Elden Ring was everyone was like, oh guys, they finally made sorcery good. And I was like, I wasn't aware that it was bad in the old games. And then I looked into people talking about it, and the consensus from the community seemed to be that sorcery had always been bad in the first 3 Souls games. And I was like, well, I wouldn't know because I never tried it, but...
Yeah. I don't think so. And 1 and 2, it was an easy stomp for everything except for Seath for 1 at least.
Yeah. Legendary Seath fight.
Yeah. 2, it's been pretty darn easy. I haven't died to Pursuer once. That's the thing that continues. I fought the Pursuer 4 times now, and I've killed him all 4 times. One time he even ganked me with a dog and a guy shooting arrows at me, and I still killed him.
Dang.
But...
the mighty Pursuer is no match for the intellectual.
Exactly. He does not own an air fryer.
No.
But anyway, so yeah, join me Tuesday for more of that. Wednesday should have a podcast episode, and depending on my hustle, there will be a repo video soon. Soon. Since the beta just dropped.
Yeah.
Normally I would wait till the end of the month, but I gotta get on that thing, man. You guys gotta see these clips.
Yeah,
you gotta see these. Yeah. That's it until the next Dangan, though.
Alright. Do you know? Are we done with Slay the Princess, or is that still happening?
I have no idea.
Alright. Because I feel like at this point it's been a while since Jordan has started that. There's no way, right? There's no way she's still doing that.
100%, I guess. I mean, if you did, if you played a Pokemon game, it would take you a while to get 100%, probably.
Yeah, true. So stay tuned. Saturday's the Jordan stream day, so she might be doing something if she's feeling up to it.
There will be a reckoning.
Yep. It will come. But other than that, I don't think we have anything else.
No.
So with that, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.